Hello and welcome to This Explainer. Today we're taking a really structured, step-by-step look at a highly sought-after professional path. So if you're a focused learner trying to figure out exactly what it takes to build a career as a content writer, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to map out a completely comprehensive roadmap that takes you right from your initial interests all the way to your future career progression. Now, do you love creative writing, but kind of find yourself wondering how to actually make it a viable career? It's a super common dilemma. A lot of us have a knack for words, a real love for stringing sentences together. But bridging that gap between a hobby and a paying profession, that can feel a bit like navigating a maze. Well, today, we're going to clear that maze entirely. All right, here is our agenda for today. First, is this your calling? Next, mapping your educational pathway, top institutes in India, and funding your studies. Then we'll cover your career and salary, and finally, a real-world example.
So, Section 1. Is this your calling? Let's assess your innate personality traits.
Before anything else, let's define what we're actually talking about here. A content writer isn't just someone who writes a blog post now and then. You're a professional who creates written material for a massive variety of platforms. We're talking websites, magazines, newspapers, blogs, ebooks, newsletters, social media, brochures, flyers, the whole shebang. You are essentially the voice of a brand, translating ideas into engaging material across multiple mediums.
So what does it take? First, naturally, you've got to enjoy writing. Second, you are highly detail-oriented. And yes, that means actively caring about spelling, grammar, tone, and formatting. And third, this is a pretty big one, you must follow directions. Creative freedom is great, but professional writing often means sticking strictly to a client's brand guidelines or a really rigid creative brief. If you enjoy sweating the small details while following clear instructions to produce creative work, well, this might just be your perfect path.
Section 2. Mapping your educational pathway. Let's look at how to officially qualify for the job.
What's actually really interesting about this formal training phase is just how straightforward it is. It's incredibly accessible. Step 1, you literally just need to complete your 10+2 in any stream at all. Step 2 is where you specialize. You can pursue a bachelor's degree, like a BA or BSc, or a diploma in fields like English, journalism, or mass communication. And then, if you want to deepen your expertise, Step 3 is an optional master's degree in a related field. It's just a very clear, highly structured academic ladder.
Moving right along to Section 3, top institutes in India and where you will actually study.
So, if you're looking at government institutes, you've got some absolutely stellar choices like the University of Calcutta, Jamia Millia Islamia, BHU, and IIMC in Mumbai. Prefer the private sector? Institutions like the NSM School of Media, Garden City University, and Sophia College offer excellent programs. And hey, if you need flexibility, distance learning through IGNOU is a fantastic, totally recognized route. The opportunities are just geographically and structurally diverse.
Section 4. Funding your studies. Navigating course fees, scholarships, and loans.
Let's talk numbers, because I know that's on your mind. The approximate course fees for these programs range anywhere from 30,000 to 450,000 Indian rupees. Now, keeping in mind that these figures are estimated and they vary significantly from institute to institute, please don't let the higher end of that spectrum intimidate you. Why? Because you have plenty of structural support.
Here's exactly how you build your financial safety net. On one side, we have scholarships. You can visit the National Scholarship Portal, which houses central government schemes offered by UGC, AICTE, and various states. Plus, institutes often offer their own merit-based scholarships. On the flip side, we have loans. The Vidya Lakshmi portal is a great resource. Furthermore, states like West Bengal, Odisha, and Bihar offer student credit cards, and virtually all banks offer education loans. You really do have immense structural support to make this education a reality.
Section 5. Your career and salary. The destination and the rewards.
Okay, this is the part you've probably been waiting for. There's a sheer variety of work environments available to you. You could be working for advertising agencies, media houses, entertainment giants, or honestly, any company with an online presence. What's fantastic about this field is the flexibility. Work hours are typically based on meeting daily targets rather than punching a clock. Work-from-home options are everywhere, making this a highly inclusive field with great opportunities for differently abled individuals. And if you have an independent streak, entrepreneurship is totally viable. You can start your own company or take up freelance projects. The modern gig economy empowers writers tremendously.
So what does it pay? Well,
This figure represents your expected approximate monthly salary range, starting from 10,500 rupees and going up to 48,700 rupees per month. Remember, these figures are indicative and definitely subject to change, but they represent a really solid, grounded financial stepping stone as you enter the market as a trained professional.
And your upward momentum is highly structured. You don't just stay at that starting salary. Your expected growth path typically starts as a trainee writer. From there, you progress to a junior content writer, then a full-fledged content writer, moving up to a senior content writer, and eventually you can aim for a leadership role as a content manager, where you're overseeing entire strategies and teams. It's a very clear, achievable ladder.
Section 6. A real-world example, proving that this roadmap actually works.
It's one thing to look at timelines, right? But let's ground this in reality. Take Samarpita Mukherjee Sharma. Her educational background is fascinating. She actually completed her master's in economics before she decided to study mass communication. Her journey completely proves that even if you start on a different path, you can successfully pivot onto this roadmap and find some incredible, diverse opportunities.
And her track record just speaks for itself. She worked as a journalist before becoming a full-time content writer. She's been awarded for her digital contributions to United Nations volunteer projects. I mean, her story is the ultimate proof of concept for this career path, showing that content writing can literally take you from local startups all the way to global institutions like the UN.
And that brings us to the end of our roadmap. We've covered the traits, the education, the funding, the salary, and the incredible career potential. Now that you have the map clearly laid out in front of you, the only question left to ask yourself is this: what amazing stories will you choose to write next? What kind of content do you want to bring to the world? Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer, and hey, happy writing!